Every time summer comes around, I start thinking about camp, and I'm reminded about something that happened when I was in camp at 6th grade, or in camp during 6th grade. So a bunch of guys who thought they were really cool started calling everyone viejito, thinking it was an insult meaning midget because their Hispanic counselor told them it meant midget, just to, come up with something funny, but obviously they were wrong. So every time I saw them calling someone mijito, I started laughing, and eventually they noticed I was laughing at them. So they came over and all tough, they asked me why I was laughing, and I told them what it actually meant. It actually means my son or my young man, and everyone heard it. Word travels fast because in 2 hours they were the laughing stock of the entire campground.
Time again to listen to us talk.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's good to be back behind the microphone again.
That's not what I meant, but okay.
Welcome to the show,
Yeah.
which is called
Rockets Anywhere.
The Show, whose
Because
host...
we're rockets and we go anywhere.
Not really. Kind of.
We're on a rocket that goes anywhere.
If you call a empty closet a rocket.
I have an imagination, okay.
Mm-hmm. This is the show whose host just took a month-long break and would like to apologize.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it's been a month. It's been a month. And add another week to this because this is coming out in a week.
Well, somebody was lazy.
Anyway, who are you?
I'm Sofia Garza.
And I'm Corban, in case you forgot because we've been away so long. This week on the show, we're going to be talking about things that have been engraved in our minds since we were kids. Stores, books, movies, TV shows, musicals, specifically musicals, yes. And all the other normal stuff we do on the show. There's no follow-up because there actually was, but it was talking about what was the plot to Toy Story 4, but that information has already been released. It's about Woody trying to go find Bo Peep or something like that. It doesn't sound that exciting. So, straight to Thought of the Week. Here's something I saw the other day, which I thought was crazy. So, George Washington died in 1799. The first dinosaur fossils were discovered in 1824. George Washington never knew that dinosaurs existed.
What if he read the Bible?
Well, it doesn't blatantly say there were dinosaurs. It was like there was the behemoth of the land and then the one of the water.
Oh, that's true. I didn't think about that.
People who don't listen to Jonathan Park don't know this stuff.
No, I just... Oh.
I almost called Charles Darwin George Carlin.
No, it's because since I know the dinosaurs. Since I know that dinosaurs exist, I just, whenever it said created, whatever, land animals, whatever, I was like, oh, dinosaurs are included in there.
Yeah. I mean, you didn't know that. We didn't know that.
But, yeah, so he didn't know.
Buy your Dornosaurus today.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What's his name? What's the T-Rex from, the green one from Toy Story?
Rex.
Oh, not Rex.
Lazy. Why do I'm losing my train of thought. This is, I feel like I should have said at the beginning of the episode, this is an unscripted kind of episode.
All of them should be this way,
the way we used to do it. So
yeah.
I had just have
to listen to the first one, and yes,
outline.
I'm going to cut you off every single time.
Mm-hmm. I have a basic outline. Yes.
Shh.
Hey.
No.
Yo.
No.
Okay. Well, do you have a thought of the week?
So, do you remember scenes from your childhood in third person?
Occasionally, yes.
I remember them, but I don't... how would I know what it looked like in third person?
Well, because it's like, if you remember it, that means it was very important in some way. So, it would have been like engraved in your memory.
Getting my eyes shut closed and having to put milk on them was great experience.
I think...
to remember.
I remember the most is accidentally hitting someone with a bag. I was swinging around in circles.
I remember when I hit you with the cane and you fainted in the bathtub.
That's a story we have told so much.
That
People don't want to hear it again.
Man.
It's somewhere in our catalog if you go back and listen to it. Long story short, she knocked me out in the bathtub with a cane.
Yeah.
Which I was using that cane yesterday and it gave me a splinter. Now my thumb hurts. Anyway, you don't care about that.
So, say a story from third person that you remember.
Well, as I just said, I accidentally hit someone with a bag. I was swinging around in circles. I was like 5 or 6 or something.
Oh, I think I remember this.
I vividly, that's like one of the days of my life where I can remember the whole day. So it was summertime. I woke up in the morning. I got up late. I had pancakes for breakfast. I spent all day playing with Legos. And then I went to, I went out to our den area where the TV was. And I turned on the TV. And I started flipping through the channels, and channel 58.5 is our Smile of a Child network, and I was shocked. It was a Wednesday. I never knew that that TV channels worked during the weekdays. I thought it was only on the weekends.
Yeah, because we don't even watch TV on the weekend.
Yeah, so I turned it on. I was like shocked. I'm running around screaming, everyone, look. Channel 58.5 works on weekdays. I was so shocked. Anyway, that was the day I remember the most vividly.
In third person?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Learn a word. So, the VBS Vacation Bible Schools are coming up this summer, or maybe you've already experienced the painful week that is VBS. But here's a word for you. Obstreperous. Obstreperous. I'm probably not pronouncing that right, but it's Obstreperous, meaning noisy and difficult to control. So, example sentence, a group of kids at VBS are obstreperous.
Very true.
Very true.
And kids doesn't mean 5-year-olds. Kids can mean 14-year-olds.
Mm-hmm. All the way up to 99. I saw a summer camp ad for that. It said, send your kids and friends to summer camp for ages 6 to 99.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, what if you're 100? Okay, you're not.
If you're 100, you should be going to the hospital.
No, I saw a 100-year-old. Actually, a 101-year-old. She was fine. She was walking around.
Walking better than you.
Well, yes, walking better than me. We'll move on to jokes.
Wait, I got it today. I learned.
Well, that's always after jokes, but you can do it now.
Okay. To remember how many feet there are in a mile, you just got to use 5 tomatoes. 5 tomatoes. Sounds like 5280. Okay. If you write it down, just write this down. Okay, speak this into your phone and read it.
Did you know bananas can help you remember the scientific method? Banana. It's really helpful.
It's like, okay, so instead of saying tomatoes, it's tomatoes. Sounds like, obviously.
Well, there's no help for our brother because he says tomatoes.
Yeah, true.
Wait, how does he say it? Tomatoes?
Yeah, he's
Look
like,
at the tomatoes.
Tamarindo.
Tamarindo. Okay, so jokes. You want to go first?
Sure. Fried egg and fried chicken are the same food, just at different stages.
No. Because if you let an egg sit, it doesn't turn into a chicken.
Some eggs, yes.
Well, those aren't the eggs that aren't in your frying pan. I hope not. You know, the word joke time, this segment has just expanded to anything remotely funny.
Mm-hmm.
I've just been to the National Air and Space Museum. There was a lot more stuff in there than I expected.
Oh, I just thought it was going to be air. Okay, it's this thing, and it says, a container filled with helium gets heavier as you empty it.
Huh.
I guess that's true.
I don't think so. Reading while sunbathing makes you well-read.
Wow. Do you ever have a conversation in your head and you actually, do a facial expression or something? Okay, this has happened to me a million times. So, you do a facial expression that matches the thingy that you're having in your head, and then you realize that somebody was looking straight at you, and then you're just, they're acting out the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then the person is watching, and you're like, okay.
Yeah, I told that story.
Don't mess up my conversation.
Walking Sofia's dog, and when I listen to audiobooks, I act out what the people are doing in the books,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm walking up, and then the audiobook narrator is like, and then he winked, and then I wink and realize I winked at the neighbor's kid.
And Bailey's over there acting like she isn't walking with you.
And Bailey, our dog, or her dog, Bailey can wink.
Yeah, she can wink.
So it would be worse if she winked right there, too. Yeah. But I just pretend like I dusted my eye or something. A guy in a taxi wanted to speak to the driver, so he leaned forward and tapped him on the shoulder. The driver screamed in fright, jumped in the air, and yanked the wheel over. The car mounted the curb, demolished a lamppost, and came to a stop inches from a shop window. The startled passenger said, "I'm sorry, I really didn't mean to frighten you. I just wanted to ask you something." Then the taxi driver said, "It's okay, it's not your fault. You see, this is my first day as a cab driver. I've been driving a hearse for the past 25 years. I feel like I've told that one before.
This is like, it's funny and half deep, so it's pretty much shallow. But how could a blind person read "Do not touch" in Braille?
You put that on what you're not. Wait, you put it on what you can touch?
No, because then they think that they're in trouble because they just touched it.
Speaking of Braille, there was a Braille joke I saw yesterday. It's like, I started reading a Braille horror story. I can feel the darkness coming or something like that.
Yeah.
I can feel it turning south. Speaking of turning south, love these segues. Topic time. And the South is summer. Summer is very bad, especially here in Texas, where we're not that sensitive to the heat anymore. I mean, I think I've started accepting.
Yeah, it was like 104 the other day, and we were helping
pants.
Our aunt.
Yeah.
And I'm over there wearing a hoodie and pants, and I'm fine. And then we're like, oh, it's 104.
Oh, 104, whatever. Anyway, but staying cool. I mean, we haven't hit the real heat because we've had a lot of clouds, and then it rained, so it was still a bit cool and stuff. But, barely the beginning of June, when we start hitting middle of July, whew, it's going to be hot. So if you happen to be in a place as unfortunate as us in the South, or if you're in the North, looking down at us Southerners being like, I got it nice and cool up here, or you think it's pretty hot when it's actually pretty cool, like our cousin, right? He's from Chicago. He came down here, and it was during Thanksgiving, and it's like 60 degrees, so all of us Texans are like wrapped up like Eskimos, and he's over here in shorts and short sleeve, and he's like, whoa, it's so hot, and we're like, what are you talking about? It's so cold.
Anyway. I love the weather when it's 60 degrees.
Yeah, it's good. It's nice. It's a bit chilly, though.
No, it's perfect.
It's cold from my arms, so I have to wear a long sleeve, but I can wear shorts.
Okay, totally makes sense.
Anyway, staying cool in the summer. You have any suggestions?
Don't play sports outside.
Obviously.
Don't
move.
Don't go to a camp where you're going to be outside all day. Go to a camp like the one we're going to that you stay inside all day with Wi-Fi and a TV.
Don't move at all.
And a bed. And a couch.
No, bed is an issue because in bed you start, those summer nights when you just wake up and where you were laying is just drenched in sweat.
No. The beds that we have there, no. They're like, those beds where it's like the sheets
but not
and
everyone's
the pillow are
leaving
cold.
Places. I'm talking about and everyone listening at home in their bedrooms, what can they do to keep their bed cool besides flipping the pillow?
Go put the pillow in the freezer, or not the pillow, but the pillowcase, because obviously your pillow doesn't fit there unless you have a bigger refrigerator. But you put the thingy in the freezer for like 20 minutes, and put a little bit of water on it so it gets a little bit of ice. Okay,
it's ice. It's like a rock ice cube. You're sleeping.
No. You don't need to put too much because I did that one time. So and then before you go to sleep, you put it on there. And
now, putting stuff in the freezer is a good idea. We learned that from Martha Speaks. You put your shoes in the freezer when you go to sleep, so the next morning when you're getting ready to go out, if you have to, just take your shoes out of the freezer, you put them on, your feet stay cool. Put your socks, basically put all your clothes in the freezer, make a spot, put it all in there, stuff you'd wear out, so you stay cool when you're moving from your home out to your car or whatever your form of transportation is. Hopefully you don't have to ride a bike. Back to the bedroom thing, though. Have you tried flipping your mattress? Flipping it the other way. Once you drench one side in sweat, you flip it the other way. Maybe that might help if it's really bad for you. Like if you're in like a rainforest or somewhere really hot. Ice cube in your head. I mean, not inside. Well, I guess inside your head. You could put one inside your mouth. But I'm saying put one on top of your head. That's a good idea. I did that at the zoo one year. It was really odd. It was like 110. We were at the zoo. Like, how are these animals still alive? Except the ones in the Sahara desert thing exhibit. Anyway, ice cube in your head. Makes your hair wet, but still helps. Okay, now we got that stuff out of the way. Now that you're cooled down, let's move on to some stuff that's been engraved in our heads since we were kids. Specifically,
I don't think we helped anybody.
Well, I helped me. You helped me.
Oh.
And that would be enough. Anyway.
Ooh, if you have a ceiling fan, make sure that it's blowing down and not up.
Yes. We went a whole summer not knowing that.
Mm-hmm.
That the fan was set to winter mode, which is basically sucking cold air up. And you can switch your fan. There's a switch on the side. Look around it. You can flip the switch down, and usually that means it'll start blowing the cold air down instead of sucking it up. Mm-hmm. Actually.
And if you vacuum your ceiling fan, when you vacuum it, do not pull on the blade thingies, because when you mess up the way that they're rotated, it doesn't blow down.
But ever. You can re-angle them to blow more air.
That is true.
Yeah. I should actually probably check the fan, which is why it's so hot in here probably, because the
fan
is
it's
blowing
not.
the wrong way.
I think I broke it when I vacuumed it.
That's why you said that. Okay, so stuff that's been engraved in our heads, specifically children's choir and musicals. What are the three that you think that I think of when I think of the children's choir musicals?
Jonas Brothers.
Yes.
Once Upon a Child or Time or whatever it was.
Yeah, I couldn't find that one, but I don't actually remember any of the music. I just remember standing there and that guy playing Little Bo Peep.
Parabolisa,
yeah. And Christmas in Snowflake County.
Oh, that one. Wait, we still have the shirt, don't we? Yeah, it's in his closet.
Yeah, I was listening to it yesterday. Man, I was backstage crew and they made us wear all red.
I don't remember the words.
We'll razzle, we'll dazzle.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
I remember. That part.
Oh, and then the wait, was it Spin Around the Now? I don't know which one.
Yeah, I found the CD.
Mesopotamia.
No, that's for others. No, that was Jonas Brothers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. If you don't know what we're talking about, there's a semi-famous church, I guess, called Prestonwood, and they here in Texas, and they write a lot of the musicals that churches all across the country put on every year with their choirs. Some of them come from Lifeway, but most of them come from the Prestonwood directive musical team that they have there. Mm-hmm. And they do them first. So I pulled up a bunch of their recordings, and I've been watching them lately. And just so many flashbacks from standing on stage, singing. Jonas Brothers was the one I remember the most vividly, because that was the first time we actually got any part in anything. And we were cacti, I guess you would say.
Oh, yeah. He couldn't lean in the right direction.
I was a crooked cactus. Anyway, there was supposed to be three of us, but the other guy backed out. I don't know why. But we had our own director. Someone was behind us being our director. Oh, and then
that one time where I was the raccoon.
Yeah.
Because the other guy backed out. And
yeah, we talked about this like 2 weeks ago. I mean, from the time this is coming out. But
I was famous.
Yeah, you were famous.
Like, literally, every single person in our church has a picture of me.
They thought you were a squirrel, though, didn't they?
Yeah, they're like, oh my gosh, it's the squirrel. I'm a raccoon.
I'm a raccoon.
Look at my eyes.
Look in my eyes. They are crossed. I am a raccoon. Look at my hands. I have a thumb. I am a raccoon.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's how it works.
Wait, squirrels have thumbs?
No.
Okay. Dogs and cats are like the only animal that don't have thumbs.
They have that little weird thing sticking on the back of their legs. What is that even for?
It's a bird.
Oh.
We should pay more attention to it.
Guinea pig has one, too. Anyway. Parabolisa. It's the other one. It was it was supposed to be like a game show musical, but the only thing I've stuck in my head is the word name of the song. It's like Parabolisa, something, Tusa.
And I remember that the whole entire time you were hiding behind.
I remember I used to hide behind people then.
Yeah.
Because I was like, the camera people, they're going to get me. They're going to get me on screen. And now I'm the camera person. I'm like, I'm going to get you on screen.
Yeah.
It's payback time. And then as a TD, I'm picking what goes on screen. You're going on screen. Anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Christmas in Snowflake County, one of our Christmas shows. That one is the one I remember the most.
Oh, back when we did Christmas ones.
Yeah, because they combine now.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
Yeah, I remember the whole plot was like this town goes all out for Christmas, but, like, forgets the true meaning of Christmas.
No.
Yeah.
It was, they went all out for Christmas, and then there was this bad guy who didn't want them to celebrate Christmas.
I thought it was they went all out for Christmas, then it all fell apart or something, and then they realized what the true meaning of Christmas is. It was like a Hallmark movie plot.
I don't really know.
Anyway.
I don't really pay attention.
That was the first time I didn't actually sing in the musical. I was just like a stagehand, but they made us wear all red, which is like the opposite of what you want your stagehand wearing.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway. If you want to watch any of these musicals, or if you can even bear through them, they'll all be in the show notes at rta.space/51. There's like people recording them on your phones and stuff. And I'm pretty sure I can find the recordings of us in our own musicals if I like went to the servers and got them off. They're not public or anything, but I'd probably find them. Okay, on to books. I think the one that we both have in our minds is what?
Oh, wait, what? Oh,
books.
Okay, I want to find that book again.
It's called Mouse Tales. The guy who wrote all the Frog and Toad books. Is that Frog and Toad? Yeah, it's Frog and Toad. Mouse Tales. It was like 2 or 3 of them in a series. And the page that sticks out to us the most, that we've always remembered, is this mouse. He's going to his like mom's house or something.
Yeah.
And he has to walk, and he gets tired, and he pulls over at the side of the road, just
to
twists
a feet shop, and he switches out his feet.
Yeah, he gets new feet. He just twists his feet off, puts them on the table, and swaps them for a new pair of feet.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, what? Why
can't we do that?
Yeah, why can't we do that? My feet hurt. I want new feet.
Yeah.
Anyway, imagine you have to get new shoes every time, though.
Ever since then, whenever my feet hurt, I'd always pretend to twist off my feet and put them back on.
Next book, Milky and Pokey. Remember those?
Oh, it's not Milky and Pokey. It's Moky and Pokey.
Milky and Pilky. No, Moky and Pokey. I don't remember. So it was these two, what? They were like mini Hawaiian people or something, but they're like the size of a pea.
Yeah.
And they live in Hawaii. And
they're a mushroom.
Yeah. The one scene I most remember from that book or the pages I most remember, is when they're like in this puddle. They think it's the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
And they're in like the pea pod canoe, and they capsize. They start drowning, but it turns out it's only up to his waist, the water.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, that one's good. You know, then we have all the classics like Little Bear and Clifford, all those. Mm-hmm. Which, speaking of Clifford, I should have put this in follow-up. PBS sent me a press release to talk about on the show. Clifford, there's going to be a remake of Clifford coming out in fall of 2019. So if you liked Clifford, look forward to that.
Is it episodes or is it a movie?
It's going to be a TV show, like Pinkalicious and Peterific. It's
good.
Basically PBS show. They're animating it differently, though. And speaking of all these old shows and stuff, I guess I should recommend The Odd Ones Out, new video about PBS Kids. You should go check it out. It talks about watching old early 2000s TV shows. Like Zaboomafoo, which is the next thing on this list. Remember Zaboomafoo?
Mm-hmm.
Man, that was the first time we watched the Kratt Brothers, and I loved that show. I loved watching when Zaboomafoo rode on the vacuum cleaner. I thought that was the coolest thing. Anyway, after that, basically on this list, I'll put anything that was on the Smile of a Child network, which we talked about earlier, channel 58.5, because Dooley and Pals. Dooley and Pals.
Hey, it's Dooley.
Then you got the...
We made a friend out of you and me, Dooley and Pals. Wait, what's the robot one? Because it was Dooley and then there was the other one. What was it?
I don't remember.
All I remember is the mom who's like so hippin' with the times, and she was like doing all the dance moves.
And then I remember the mail lady who came up with the mail every day.
Yeah.
What else was on that network?
Clubhouse.
Yes.
You want to remember that?
Every time I only watched that show to criticize it, I would just say they're not actually singing, and I would watch the credits and match the names to the faces. I'm like, I think that person's name is that.
Yeah. I remember that.
I'm like, kids singing, but they sound like 40-year-olds.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah. And I'm over there in the PVC pipe house, and I'm just like, I don't care. I'm just watching it.
I guess we'll put that on the list. PVC pipe houses.
Yeah, that was great. I would just literally, so I'd help build the base, and then I'd just sit there and wait for him to finish, and then I'd get all the covers and stuff and put it in there and hog them, and then he'd just have to sit outside.
Mm-hmm. We bought, we had PVC pipes, you know, that you would use for like plumbing and stuff. And we kept the adapters.
We didn't use them for that.
Yeah, we didn't use it for that. We built houses out of them. We built structures We learned engineering at a very young age.
Mm-hmm.
Other people had tents. We had to build our own houses. Not had to, got to, because, we should do that again.
Yeah, I think we lost all the pipes, though.
Yeah, we have time. I'll try to find it. They're probably in the closet somewhere.
Yeah.
But anyway, that was a little look into our childhood. There's so much more. I mean, that's why the show's here. Got all these stories you hear then and around and stuff. We got to do an episode where we just tell stories. If you're interested in stories with happy endings. Okay.
Well, don't listen to this one.
Well, don't listen to this, yeah.
Oh, it's like that book.
A series of unfortunate events.
A giraffe's sad tale with a happy ending. That's what it said.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, recommendations of the week. What do you recommend?
I recommend you stay cool.
Mm-hmm. Put your shoes in the fridge.
Well, this is something I'm going to do. I don't know about you guys, but I'm going to learn how to solve Rubik's Cube blindfolded because it's not that hard. So, yeah, I probably should have said that because now Corban's going to know that it isn't hard. Yeah.
It could go viral. There was that video of the guy on the subway in, New York solving a Rubik's Cube blind with one hand.
I should learn how to do it with one hand, yeah.
You should do that first. I want to learn how to skydive. Well, first of all, you should learn how to get a plane. Anyway.
It's not that hard.
My recommendation is to go watch Jonas Brothers. There's a link in the show notes, rta.space/51. You can go watch it. It's the full recording. Professional, I should say. Anyway, thanks for listening this week. We were away for a month, but we're back. And we're pre-recording most of the summer's episodes next week. So there's not going to be much relevant content, but we'll try to make it evergreen so it lasts out because we've got a lot of projects, especially
evergreen,
me.
Where we make people happy.
Chuck E. Cheese, where a kid can be a kid.
Yeah.
Juicy Juice, the real stuff. A children's place. What was the children's place tagline?
Where a kid can grow or something. And after that, I'd completely mute it.
Yeah. U.S. Department of Education. And a grant from the Ready to Learn people. Anyway. Yeah, we got to...
ABCmouse.com.
Yeah. When children love learning, wonderful things can happen.
Yeah.
So we know enough PBS advertisements.
To get your free trial now.
Free trill. Osmo. Anyway. We know too much PBS advertising, especially the BNSF, the world's #1 trusted railway. Something like that.
And then the Father Knows Best ones.
Mm-hmm. Scott toilet paper. What was the paper towels? I don't remember.
It was paper.
It was just paper. Just paper. Use it for whatever you want.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thanks for listening again. We got a big project coming up this summer. Maybe it'll be public. I don't know. I haven't spoken to anyone if we can make it public yet. Probably won't have the rights to it. But anyway.
Wait, what are you talking about?
You know the big summer project thing.
What thing?
Well, I'll tell you later. You should know about it. Anyway, this is your first time here. If it somehow was your first time here, please subscribe on Apple Podcasts.
Yeah, you can hear us just ramble on and on again.
Or Google Play Podcast. Which I heard Google Play Podcast was going away, so I'm not sure if that's going to be around anymore. Or, most likely, if you use Spotify, listen on Spotify. You don't need premium. Just go listen. You can listen to any episode, pick whatever you want to listen to. It's all there on Spotify. Or anywhere else podcasts are available. If you can think of it, it's probably there. So all the links for all of our locations are available at rta.space/listen. If you have any suggestions for us, you want to send us some jokes, want us to talk about a movie or something, maybe you are making a movie and you want us to complain about it,
sure, we'll talk about it.
You can email us, rocket2anywhereshow@gmail.com, or you can tweet at us at RTA Show on Twitter, or you can DM us on Instagram if you want to, but no one does that.
That's at Rocket Anywhere.
Yeah. Right. Show notes for this week's episode are available at rta.space/51, just the number 51. And if you want to keep up with us over the summer, you can follow me on Twitter or Instagram or Reddit or basically anywhere at Corban Garcia.
And me, well, I have a Twitter, but I don't use it, so yeah. And that's Extra Sofia, and then the Instagram one is extra_Sofia, and actually don't follow that one because I don't really use that one either. I do use Bailey and Rushy. On Instagram
and Twitter.
It's in my bio on the Extra Sofia account, so yeah.
Just follow the rabbit trail. You'll find us.
Yeah, it's not hard to get there.
Okay. Well, we'll be back week after next to discuss the first couple of episodes of Season 2 of Lost in Oz from Amazon Prime Video. Very excited to see those. We've been waiting for a year.
Stalker skills.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, until then,
this rocket has landed with meatballs.
Yay.
Cloudy, want to choose some popcorn? That's from Arthur, by the way.
Yeah. Popcorn?
Yeah.
From Arthur?
Yeah, it's from Arthur.
Cloudy?
No. Yeah.